All right, guys, well, I'm back today because I've added a new 32 pocket pistol to my collection, the North American Arms Guardian. This 32 is an all-metal gun, and it's pretty darn tiny for what it is. Now, I recently picked this one up used and got it transferred and been shooting it ever since, and I have some mixed feelings about this. I love pocket 32s and pocket guns in general, and I've been trying a lot of different variations, and one of my favorite micro pocket 22s I've ever fired is the C-Camp chambered in 32. It's almost the pinnacle of micro compact 32 ACPs. Now, I actually started carrying a Kel-Tec 32, and that works out great for actual practical carry inside your pocket as a backup gun. And before that, my pocket carry was one of the Beretta Bobcats. Although this is rather thick, large, and heavy, it did have a nice safety for pocket carry and a tip-up barrel design, but it was replaced by the Kel-Tec 32. Now, I thought this would be a great option to add to the collection, and for collectability and just kind of general purpose range shooting, it's a fun novelty gun, but I found that the recoil on this guy is incredibly snappy despite the weight of this compared with both of these options as well as the Kel-Tec 32, so it kind of knocks it out of contention for just a fun range gun or a pocket carry gun because it's not as controllable as some of the other models. Other thing I want to mention about this pocket pistol is it wasn't as reliable as some other models. I had 2 failures with this guy, and I had no failures with the C-Camp, no failures with the Bobcat, and no failures with the Kel-Tec 32, so something to consider. Before we get too far into the rest of the overview of the Guardian, I do want to give a huge shout out to Target Sports USA and their Ammo Plus membership service. These guys are massive sponsors of the channel. I actually signed up for their Ammo Plus membership service. You get 8% off and free shipping with no minimum, so when I grabbed this new 32 and was actually out of 32 ammo, I picked up 4 boxes of this stuff right here, which has been running great in every platform, but I did have a couple of baubles with various rounds of 32 and this guy right here. But overall, it's great to add a few boxes to your cart, save 8%, and get free shipping and not worrying about meeting minimum order requirements. When I took this down to the range, it was not very ergonomic at all. Where you naturally want to grip the gun where it curves, it is an amazingly high bore axis, and you can see where that hammer is right there. You almost want to grip up a little bit more, but then you get bit by the slide. The trigger itself on this guy, make sure it's clear one more time, is very long and heavy, but manageable for a pocket pistol. The sights are fairly rudimentary, but adequate, and this thing is accurate enough down at the range. Whereas the C-Camp, even though it's a little bit more awkward to hold, it feels better in your hands compared to the Guardian. Also, the trigger on this guy, we'll make sure it's clear, the trigger on this guy is about the same. It almost stages a little bit better at this point consistently. I mean, I can stage this all day without worrying about that break. The sights on this guy are non-existent, so that one definitely wins on sights when you're comparing the micros. Now, this is going to be a completely different animal. It's got better sights, a little bit better trigger because it is a single action opportunity right there with the safety. It feels better in your hand. It's a little bit more ergonomic. So overall, this is just a better gun, but it's thicker and heavier, so harder to carry. When we were looking at this, I thought this was going to be a C-Camp alternative. It really looks like it, it really feels like it, but you get a thicker gun, a heavier gun, stiffer recoil, and not quite as reliable as the C-Camp. Now, this may be great reliability with certain types of different carry ammo, and what I found with 2 baubles, it just makes me feel a little uneasy about this. Maybe we could polish the feed ramp a little bit. Maybe we could clean a few things up or really get it oiled to perfection and cleaned out good. But when I was shooting with it, everything was fairly good. And generally, pocket pistols get covered with lint anyway. Now, I'm glad I grabbed this, especially for the price I did, about $250. It's nice to add to the collection and really show a lot of different pocket pistol options. I don't hate it, I just don't love it, but it's a very interesting add-on to my pocket 32 collection. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you tried any of these? Would you ever consider carrying a pocket 32? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.